Okay, so we're gonna take it back on this one. Instead of building decks around new cards we're getting, we're actually gonna take it back. And actually, I have not made a deck with Arrow, so if we'll just showcase Arrow. No, this is gonna be more of a move style deck. Arrow does have her uses in this deck. We'll get to them in just a second, but we're just taking it back with our classic move deck. This isn't the same one I've uploaded in the past. This is actually a little different. It is upgraded a little bit. Well, I wouldn't say upgraded. It's just changed a little bit to have what I feel will be more beneficial than what we used to. Now, we'll start off with Iron Fist. Iron Fist he's basically in every move deck. You're gonna drop him down. He's gonna move everything to the left. So our triggers with this one is you're gonna be looking for your dagger, your vulture, and your multiple men. With Iron Fist, he's great to have in this deck. Move deck, obviously. Nightcrawler, he's in a lot of my decks, honestly, because I like his utility and being able to move across the board if needed. But in this deck, he will help to boost Kraven up if we need, or just get out of the way to make some plays more optimal. Dagger, she's one of our bigger cards in this deck. She doesn't look like it now, but she's going to be she's going to push a lot of power into a lane. And what we're hoping to do with her is move her into a lane rather, and I wouldn't say early, but turn 4 to 5, you want to move her into a lane, and then move her into another lane on 6, using either your Cloak, your Doctor Strange, or your Heimdall. And she's going to be massive. Kraven, he gets +2 whenever cards move into his lane. So what we do with him is we want to early on push cards into his lanes. I'll typically drop him into the far left lane or the middle lane early on to get some early buffs from him, and then he will solidify more than likely our left lane using a Heimdall on to push everything to the left. But I will drop him on the right sometimes, and then I'll have our more powerful plays in the left, and then Heimdall will get bigger in like the middle lane. Now Falcon is in here. He's one of the changes we have made to this deck. He's in here for one reason and one reason only. He is solely in here to bring Iron Fist back to our hand. He brings Iron Fist back to our hand, and then we have another turn where we can drop a card and then push it again. This is typically what you want to do with like a Human Torch. Unfortunately, we don't have one. We didn't have that many great options for our last couple cards. I did have like Storm to close out a lane, which is typically really nice in a move deck because you can still move cards into the lanes. But I feel like this might be able to get some play, so I threw it in here. We'll see what we can do with it. Multiple Men, probably my least favorite move card. I wouldn't say it's tough. I don't like him too much. He clogs up the board too much. And with move decks, you really need a lot of room on the board to make all these plays happen. And since he multiplies himself into every lane he gets moved into, it gets a little overcrowded with him. However, if you do get a Hulkbuster on him, moving around and multiplying 7 power isn't bad. So we'll get to Hulkbuster in a second, but that's typically what we want to do with Multiple Men. Cloak, obviously move deck. You want to drop it down and then move your cards into whatever lane. I will say Cloak into Kraven makes the opponent second guess that. They will be boosting your Kraven if they move anything into that lane, so that is a great option. Doctor Strange. Typically, Doctor Strange will be pulling our Vulture, but he's in here to pull any of our move cards if we need. He's a great sneaky last turn play, or just a great mid play to start moving everything across the board. Just make sure if you are going to play Heimdall, make sure that everything isn't in the left lane, because you will get no benefit from having Heimdall in this deck. So typically you want to, if you do pull into the far left lane, then you want to have a Cloak played immediately after that so that you can pull back. And then Vulture. Vulture gets huge, and kind of the reason we went back to look at this deck is we just got this awesome variant that I've been really looking forward to getting. So I got it yesterday, and I figured, hey, let's go back and take a look and see if move still works. But he does get really big if you keep moving him into lanes. He doesn't have the downfall of Dagger, where you need other cards in that lane. So even early on, you can start pushing him and getting all the +5 triggers, which is amazing. Hulkbuster, like I said, you really want to play him on multiple man, so you have a 7 power that multiplies all across the board. However, I mean, it's Hulkbuster. He doesn't clog up the board, and he can even go on something like a Dagger to be moved around, a Nightcrawler to be moved around, Vulture. He can really go anywhere. He doesn't clog up the board, and it's 4 power. So he does his thing in this deck. Arrow, she is she's really clutch if we need her on like turn 6 to pull everything away from, say we're winning 2 of the lanes and they don't have too much in one of the other lanes. We can pull everything out of the lane they play into and swing a win. I have swung some wins, like some people want to drop. We know they're going to want to drop like an Onslaught onto one of their cards. So we pull it away, we sneak away a win, which is, it feels really good. And then she's also in here if we do want, we can also pull some cards into the Kraven lane that they play. If they play cards on like a turn 5 and it's not into Kraven and we drop her on the lane where Kraven's at, it'll pull everything into that lane, boosting Kraven up by 2 for every card that moves there, which is great. And then Heimdall, not a lot of people like to run him because it's very easy to read what you're going to do if you have a Heimdall in your deck. But I think because so many people steer away from it and it's such an obvious play, maybe it's not, maybe it's people don't see it as much anymore, so they're not thinking it's going to happen as much. However, I really enjoy Heimdall. 8's not too bad. It's a lot of power, and when you're doing what you want to do, and if you have everything set up correctly, your Dagger and your Vulture will take care of the other lanes. There's not much they can do. I understand that they will see the amount of power that's coming out. They will see where it's going to get transferred to. But when you have that much power going into the lanes, it's really hard to compete against. And I just really enjoy it. Having that extra move I enjoy a play like that. And it works out more for me than it doesn't. So that's why I have him in this deck. Now, sometimes if I need, I will get tricky with it, and I will not play Heimdall. I'll play something like an Arrow or Doctor Strange to get just change it up. And since the opponent typically is guessing, okay, they're just gonna move everything to the left here on turn 6, we'll play here, we'll play there. You kind of psych them out, and you make something else happen. So there's a lot of different options as long as you're reading the board correctly and you make the right plays. The one thing about a move deck is it really causes you to think, and with every play you're thinking throughout all the way to the end of the game. Even if you just moving a card to a certain lane, you have to think, okay, I'm going to move this card first or that card first, because on turn 6, if I do use a Heimdall, there's only 3 spots in the middle lane. If I move everything to the right lane, these are the cards that I want to move on turn 6 with a Heimdall into the middle lane. So it's just thinking about all these plays that can happen, proper order you want your cards in each lane in. It's just so much that goes into it. But I think that's what makes this one of the most fun types of decks. This and Bounce, I think, really makes you think. It's not just okay, this is what the deck wants to do, and this is what it's going to do every game, which kind of gets stale for me personally and boring. So I really hope that they start implementing maybe some more game modes that aren't so RNG based, and a deck like this can really shine, because lanes are what really kill this deck. If you have something that drops squirrels, or you can't play 1, 2, or 3 cost cards here, it makes it really hard to play this deck, since you do need to be playing in every lane. Let's jump into a couple games though and see if we can make some magic happen. The current the lanes that are currently going around, I wouldn't say are great for us, but I've been making it work and it's been a lot of fun. Strange Academy, great for this deck though. I don't really like clogging up the board with Nightcrawler, so I don't play him if I don't need to, or if I don't have a optimal playline for him ready to go. Crimson Cosmos, terrible for us though. See, unfortunately, what I would like to do is I'd love to drop Iron Fist here. Next turn, I'd love to drop Dagger into Crimson Cosmos, pushing her into Strange Academy, getting multiple triggers from that. Unfortunately, it's just not something that's going to be able to happen because of Crimson Cosmos. Makes it really hard. All right. She will do her thing though. However, what I can do is, okay, so right now I'd really like to have like a vulture. However, what I can do, since, actually Dark Dimension. Cards here are not revealed to the end of the game. This is going to be a really, really tough game for us. We're going to need a lot of our move cards to come out soon. This is what I mean by the RNG in the lanes you get are what make this deck extremely tough to play. Yeah, we're just going to have to go. We're just going to have to go with this play line right here, unfortunately. Let's just drop our Nightcrawler just for the heck of it. Or we'll drop him here. There's not much we can do. Let's see if we can still manage to push out as much power as we'd like. My thinking here is to drop Cloak next turn. Cloak is going to light up Strange Academy. I'll just get Nightcrawler out of here now. I'm going to do Multiple Man and Cloak. This is going to light up. This is going to let us pull cards back into Strange Academy next turn. And hopefully it works in our benefit. Multiple Man will trigger and pull back to Strange Academy, so we'll already have 3 power there, and then he'll move somewhere else. Let's see if we can make something happen, because this is going to get interesting. Crimson Cosmos, Dark Dimension really hurt us. Okay, she's going to get the trigger there. Animation's so slow right now. Okay, let's see. Craven should be getting. I was hoping Craven would get more than. If they all went to Crimson Cosmos. That's actually kind of ridiculous. We were hoping at least 1 or 2 of them to hit Craven to buff him up more. Unfortunately, it did not happen. So what I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to move Craven here. I'm going to move Cloak here. Multiple Man here. I'm going to play Doctor Strange here. And then Iron Fists just for the fun of it. No, we should be fine. I don't think Craven's going to buff up bigger. He's just going to get 2 triggers, which is 2, 4, 6. So it's actually good nothing followed up, because we want to pull our dagger into the Dark Dimension, giving us the most power. We would play something like a Falcon, but Falcon is going to not allow us to pull. Actually, I could take Iron Fist out, play Falcon. Now, it doesn't do anything for us, honestly. So we're just going to play Iron Fist. That way we get to keep both of those and the power there. Falcon would bring them both back to our hand, which we don't want. Okay, let's lock that in. Ooh, wait. Because they moved their cards there, we did not think about this. However, we should still win in Crimson Cosmos if, yeah. I was about to say, if Craven gets too big, it's actually worked out better for us. We're going to win in Dark Dimension and in Crimson Cosmos. So it wasn't exactly the way we lined it up, but we won anyway. We weren't expecting the Iron Man play, and I completely forgot that their vision could move over. Fortunately, we made something happen. Just the sneakiness of this deck is so much fun. Luckily, we pulled that one out. Alright, let's see if we can get another one and showcase some more of our cards. I really want to showcase the Flying Bald Man. I love the variant so much. And as long as I can, I'm gonna keep playing this deck. This, like I said, it's so much fun. Ooh, we're just gonna drop Nightcrawler there. He is amazing to drop into Mirror Island because he will keep growing over time, and then we can move him. We can move him if we need. Iron Fist is also going to be our next play into that lane. That is actually quite unfortunate. My plan here was going to be... Actually, I'm going to drop Craven first. I think I'm crazy. I'm drop Craven first. That is on the next turn. I'm only going to be able to drop Iron Fist, unfortunately. What I would want to do is Iron Fist into Vulture. But let's go Craven. We're going to play the long game and hopefully it works out for us. Sometimes you have to hold what you're going to do for the better of... for the outcome. The outcome's going to be what I feel and hope is going to be better. So we're going to drop Iron Fist here. I really want to drop Black Widow just because she's annoying. Actually, yeah, we're just going to drop her just because she's annoying. I don't want to fill up the board too much, but because we are wasting some turns... Oh, actually... Whew, guys, you got... Move decks, make sure you do everything in the right order. You want Iron Fist down second so that our next card can be pushed, which is going to be our Vulture. That was close. We will then push Vulture into Miniaturized Lab. Yeah, and then I don't think that Nightcrawler or Iron Fist will be that big, and we will pull Vulture back into the far right with Doctor Strange. What just happened? Move the next card you play to one location to the left. I played Vulture. Did we just get screwed? That's actually really unfortunate. That's yeah, I don't think I've ever actually ran into that. That's am I missing something? I might just be missing something, but that was really unfortunate. If it pushes this card, I'm gonna be... It didn't push anything. Wow. That's a really, really unfortunate. So that should have pushed Vulture into Miniaturized Lab. That would have changed up our whole game plan. Last turn we would have played Doctor Strange instead of Hulkbuster and Multiple Man. Yeah, it's just... I don't really have much to say other than that's unfortunate. So I think we win Miniaturized Lab either way. We will then... I'm going to move Nightcrawler into Miniaturized Lab just so Craven gets an extra boost when he comes back to Mirror Island with Heimdall. That's what I mean with move decks. It gets a little tricky in the order and making sure you move things properly so you get all the boost and power you can. That's so unfortunate though. And we pulled out the win. I might be missing something. If there's something I'm missing, please drop it in the comments and let me know. But I'm so confused on why Vulture didn't get pushed. Oh, okay. No. I understand now. Before we end this game, I just want to clarify. Okay, I want to clarify for anybody else who's confused. So we dropped Iron Fist, then we dropped Vulture. Miniaturized Lab does not allow cards to be added here, not just played. So that's what held us back. I was so confused. I think either way in that case we don't do the same play. We more than likely would have dropped Vulture in the left lane, pulled him back over with Doctor Strange into the right lane, and then pulled him back to the middle, and it would have been more power. But that's all right. We pull out the win. I was so confused for a second. Let's play one more. We've got 2 wins in the books. We'll try to get 3. I really just wanted to take it back, and we've played several times. Hello. Mirror Island again. Okay, great. And we have Nightcrawler in hand. And we know it's a real person, so let's see if we can pull out a victory. Okay, we like this. We're going to drop Iron Fist. Come on. Vulture, 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 Vulture. Come on, come on. Perfect. This will allow us to try and compete in Asgard and try to draw 2 more cards. And hopefully that is beneficial for us. Gamma Lab, even though I do like it, it's great. I just try to avoid it. They looked out there. Okay, we will then... I'm going to move Kraven to the far right, actually, as strange as this is, and then move Dagger into the far right with him. Our hopes now are we can pull... Probably... I really do want Heimdall this game to push everything. See what he gets. Double Dino. It's turn 5. I really don't want him playing anything into Mirror Island anymore. So I'm going to pull everything he plays over there, I'm assuming, or into Asgard, into Gamma Lab. And that's why Arrow is here. She will also boost up Kraven. Hopefully this works the way we want it to. Perfect. Perfect. Exactly why we have her in this deck. That would have been really bad. We are down slightly, but right here we should be able to pull out a win with this play right here. Dagger, Kraven, Arrow will go to the middle. I don't foresee him playing anything in there. If he does, though, we will get the buff from Dagger. He actually reveals first, so that's great. And then I actually don't want to play Heimdall here. I really would like to play Heimdall in the middle for that extra power just in case. But with Mirror Island, we kind of need it just in case they do play cards in there. They get that extra +1 push. So let's see if this can solidify a win for us. All right, Ironheart. It's a good play. Oof. This is going to be tough, but Vulture's going to get massive right now. They don't play anything to Asgard, so Dagger does not shine this game. But it is a win because look at the amount of power you can push with this with Move. I was looking at it wasn't a forum. I was looking at a site the other day, and I was seeing a lot of the cards that have been data mined and should be coming to the game. And I am actually excited for Move. I'm excited for a lot of styles of decks, but Move's gotta be my favorite. I just love the amount of thinking, what you can do. This variant. It's so much fun. I think we're just gonna leave it though. I think I explained what we want to do, how it works, and how this deck works, and we really got to showcase what the deck wanted to do and how we did it. And this game would have been a wash without Arrow pulling that Iron Man all the way to Gamma Lab, which was amazing because we didn't have something like we had Cloak, so we could have pulled out of Mirror Island, so it's possible. But I do like that we got to do it with Arrow. So it's just more fun that way. We didn't even have to compete with Gamma Lab. It's great. I love this deck, and I know I say that about most of the decks I play. I love them, and I do go through my waves of the types of decks I love and I enjoy playing. But I'll say this time and time again, Move has to be by far my favorite type. It's gonna stay my favorite type, I think. I go through my ruts of liking different types of decks and playing different types of decks, and I will keep doing that. Hopefully we can pull some new cards fairly soon and start making all these decks that I really want to run. but Move will always stay in my heart. I love it so much. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you guys enjoyed this. Let me know what I should change. I think Falcon could be changed. I more than likely will change it before I showcase. Well, I already showcased the video, but I do post my I just started to actually posting my decks to Marvel Snap Zone. So I might modify that, or I might just leave them in. But that's what I would recommend. Maybe possibly changing Falcon. However, if you do pull something like a Human Torch, Falcon is great because you can keep redoing the Iron Fist Falcon thing, and it's more of a, at that point it's more of trying to do like a Deadpool style deck of really getting Falcon really big. I mean Torch really big, and there's a lot of other plays you can probably do with that. Just top of mind, I'm thinking Arnim Zola, I'm thinking Taskmaster. There's a lot of things you can do with that, but this is what I'm currently running. I don't have all the other cards. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you guys enjoyed. Like I said, drop your suggestions in the comments. I love reading them, and then I'll see you guys in the next one.